Okay, day 4 of this virus thing, whatever I have. So I wanted to report back and tell you how it's all going. My goal here, don't forget, is 100% health, but to also train my body to support my body so that it can do the job it's designed to do. There's nothing better than the human body in terms of fighting off any kind of pathogen, evolving, healing, growing, whatever we're doing, right? There's nothing, you can't take something that's going to beat what the human body can do. I believe in all the systems of my body. I believe in all my organs and my cells to do exactly that. There's a lot of belief in me that this can work, okay? And I set intentions like that. Intentions are so powerful. They really are. Okay, so let's recap. I've done the cupping. So I'm on day 4. So I've done the cupping. I've done 3 days of the TCM Chinese meds. They work beautifully. And if I lived closer to my TCM doctor, I would go down there today and just get a read on my pulse. Okay, what's going on? What can we modify? What's working? What's not working? But I don't. I live at least an hour's drive each way. And then, of course, you're there. And I'm just not up for it. You know, I feel fairly low energy, which is to be expected. And when we have any kind of virus or something in our body, it actually pulls the energy down. It does. And your body is working to fight that off. So it's not there doing cartwheels around the place. You know, I've cancelled my exercise classes as well because I want to conserve as much energy as I can. I want my body to be able to do its job without going, oh, great, she's gone to a class now. Brilliant. How am I going to do that? Right, muscles, come on, let's get, I know you're supposed to be working on this other stuff, but let's get you on now because she's gone to a class. So I don't want to jeopardize that or stress my body out too much. I listen to my body. I have a lot of common sense. I'm not a blind believer either. I really question things and I look at, okay, symptoms. So last night I didn't sleep particularly well, cold sweats, to be expected, right? Because I've got that, those are the symptoms that I have. That doesn't worry me. That is, okay, body, do your job. Let's clear everything. Let's get this stuff out. Brilliant. My chakras are also blocked. There's a few chakras that are blocked. So I want to unblock the chakras, the meridians, the chi, so that it can flow. And don't forget, if our bodies are not blocked with anything, right, we are 100% healthy. So if you've got any symptoms like this, or even if you're feeling low energy or tired or whatever, that is something that's blocked in your body. It's as simple as that. So we have to act on that. Otherwise, it may manifest in something else. It may not. I'm also going through a very intensive spiritual process, very intensive. So I can't actually say whether this is a true virus that we know, you know, those types of viruses that are out there, or whether it's a spiritual cleansing, because they have very, very similar symptoms. The major difference is that the first one can go to more bacterial, and I'm looking for signs of that. Okay, I'm not going to kumbaya myself out of a bacterial infection, right? I am sensible. But there's nothing, I've got no signs of infection in my body. It's just that it's this invader, this virus come in. I'm really pleased with how things are going. I love my TCM doctor. I think we've got it just right. But because I don't want to go all the way down there, I don't feel like that's what I want to do. I now look to my own cupboards and fridge and my knowledge to see, okay, what can I do to help myself today and the coming days? And don't forget, it is about not necessarily what we're taking into our body, but also what we're avoiding. So I do look at everything holistically. And it can seem a lot, but once you get into the groove of all of this, and when you feel symptoms, you're asking, the first thing you do is say to your body, okay, what's going on? What are you trying to tell me? What do I need to do? And then start listening Honestly, that is such a major step. Instead of, oh, I don't feel well, doctor, please. You know, I've also done this in my life, but I'm not doing it anymore. Doctors are there to support me in my journey. And I pick and choose the various doctors, whether it's Western doctors, TCM doctors. I don't do Ayurveda doctors because I do my own. But, you know, I just pick and choose. And holistically, I am the CEO of my own health journey. So those other people who are lovely will support me in that. I don't think that any one of them are right. They don't know my body better than I do. And this is a big shift that we need to get across, okay? I want to support my body to fight off any invaders that come into it or clear anything that needs to exit. And I want to support that with real food, nothing that's made in a lab. I really try not to. Sometimes I will have to, I'm sure, but I really try not to do that because I don't want my body to get reliant on that stuff. And I don't want my liver to have to process those drugs. My liver is already stressed enough as it is because it's dealing with all of this, right? So what am I going to do today? I am going to make my day very small, actually, and I'm going to go out into nature, do a nice walk. I'm going to be around some trees, get some lovely oxygen. I'm going to drink lots of plain, fresh water, warm to hot. My tea, I have made some tea. And I've put, intuitively, I went for exactly the right things. Again, I talked to my body. I took 2 minutes just to say, I know what I need, but what are you telling me? And you know what the answer I got? Clearing. Oomph, pizzazz, we want clearing. That translates to me as fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh ginger, and peppermint. Okay? I picked that, I think, intuitively because all of those things combined are going to do a couple of things. They're going to basically support my digestion, warm all of that. That's the lovely ginger. Ginger also clears damp. And the lovely rosemary is going to clear the chi, not clear the chi. It's going to help the chi to flow around the body. That's what I want. The thyme is warming. Okay, all of them combined are going to meet my goals of clearing the dampness in the body, boosting circulation, helping to move the chi and the blood. And it's going to support my digestion. It's also going to support my immune system, which is the system that we recognize most with when you've got any kind of cold or disease, right? But actually, it's not just the immune system. Every single system, organ, cell, blood vessel, like every single thing in your body is working to get you to full optimum health. So I listen to that. I'm not going to take foods like dairy, bananas, I've told you that before, anything that's mucus forming. You can look all of this up. I'm going to take things that are quite light. And I'm going to use things like coriander. I'm probably going to use a little bit of cumin. I'm going to make some nice soup, you know, with root vegetables because I want that to be nice and grounding. I think it's very important what we put into our bodies and what we eliminate from our diets. I won't be having any bread, nothing that is heavy on my digestive system, something rice-based, lovely. Khichdi, if you know how to make khichdi, perfect. And so, you know, let's see how it goes. I will readjust each day and I will let you know how it goes. But I'm really pleased with how we're going. My goal is to support my body so that it can do what it's designed to do. And I'm listening to my body. My body's really happy with me right now. And on my chest, I've put some, I am an eye-tech aromatherapist, so I know what I'm doing with essential oils. I've put I put a base of sesame oil because that's nice and warming. And I used eucalyptus, thyme, lavender. Those three in combination are a beautiful blend to promote sweating, like to try and sort of get this stuff out, to get rid of the damp. And the lavender will be lovely to support, right? I put a drop of sandalwood essential oil here on my throat as well. I've covered my throat. I'll be covering it for the whole day just to protect it a bit. I smell a bit like spaghetti bolognese, but it's okay. You know, it's all right. It just lasts for a few minutes. And the cats just went, eek, like, here she goes again. But now it's all calmed down a bit, so we're fine. Anyway, I believe I'm doing the right thing. Belief is a long, part of the whole process. And let's see, I'm feeling a lot better than I did a few days ago. So we'll see.